Lesson 3, Performing Client Backups. We're going to start by looking at the Backup Archive GUI. To launch the Backup Archive Client GUI, you'll go to the Backup Archive Client directory. These are the default directories here. For Windows, type DSM. For Linux and Unix, type DSMJ, J for Java. This will start your Backup Archive GUI. Remember, we also have the Web Client GUI, which will look and feel much the same, but you access this on your browser using port 1581 once you have it configured. To start a backup operation, click where it says Backup, and that will open the next page, which looks like this. Now, when it first opens, the center pane will be empty, and all of the directory navigation will be collapsed. You'll need to click the plus sign to open it up, navigate to where you want to do your backups. In our lab, we have a folder called Critical. In this folder are a bunch of very small files that we're using for our backup. If you click the folder icon directly next to the name of the folder, you'll get a list of all of the files in this folder. If you click the box, the square, on the outside of the folder icon, it will select that directory and all files. So if you want to pick and choose, you would click the folder icon and select specific files. In our drop-down menu, we have the option for incremental complete, which is the default, or you can do backup always, which is a selective, and other options that you'll be able to see. Select the files you're going to back up and click Backup. If we had selected the box next to the critical directory, it would back up the entire directory. And this is what our result would look like. Because this was the first backup, there was no files there, so the first backup is always a full, even though you select incremental. So basically, you inspected 75 objects, and you backed up 75 objects. Now, if you were using compression or data deduplication, you'd get some information in these boxes as to how much the file was compressed or the data deduplication reduction. You can use a search or find function in the GUI to find specific files. You would start by using Edit, then Find. Then you'd get this box here, and you'd be able to search by files only or all objects. You can have a start path. You can look for file names. You can search by date or by size. Once you click Search, the search results would be in this middle pane here to work in, and you could select the files. It would look like this. We're saying look for files only in the critical directory with any name, and it's going to list all of our files. Here's our Select Action menu. Incremental Complete is the default, but you also have the ability to do a date only, without journal, always backup, or which is a selective or full backup, a snapshot image backup, incremental snapshot, image backup, or incremental image by date. Now remember, we're using Windows here. So to do a selective or full backup, you would select Always Backup. Occasionally you might need to delete a backup file. You can do this with your Backup Archive GUI. Once you have updated the node with update node, the name of the node, and back delete equals yes. That gives you the ability then to delete backup data. You can give this ability to the data owner, and they can do their own backup restores and delete their own backup data. So you'll see in the Utilities menu in the first page, in our welcome screen, we have delete archive data and delete backup data. So we're going to delete some active objects. In this case, we're going to navigate like we would if we were doing a restore. So it's going to show us all the backup copies. So what we're seeing here is not a list of the original files on the client. It is a list of the backups.